This evening, groups from around the country celebrate Emancipation Day at the National Park and the Square of the Revolution. Prison service seeks to address manpower shortage. Squatters on Lombard Street to be relocated. In the region, in Venezuela, international criticism after President Nicolas Maduro jails 2 political opponents. And internationally, the Dow Jones Industrial Average tops 22,000 points for the first time in history.
From Safe TV headquarters in South Rival Gardens, this is Safe TV Headline News with George Gonzalez.
Headline News is now being streamed live on our YouTube channel, as well as our website, ch2headlinenews.com. Join us. There is a huge manpower shortage within the prison services, and to this extent, the Guyana Prison Services has issued a call for the rehiring of former law enforcement personnel. Wendell Jeffrey tells us more.
Correct, George. The director also said that the practice of rehiring law enforcement officers within the prison system is a standard practice. He noticed that the renewed call is only in light of the recent developments within the prison services, and instead of waiting for folks to come in, the force has decided to make the call. He said that there will be full-time hires and not contracts. He said that the rank at which they are retired will be considered also. Mr. Samuels was careful to point out that while the call is open to all, only those who qualify will be hired. References will be sought, and past work history will be considered. The director said that there remain vacancies for 85 positions, a mixture of commissioned and non-commissioned officers. He said that there is the talk of a lack of employment in Guyana, and so he is expecting that numerous persons would respond to the call. George, the director noted that there are rogue officers who are already in the service, and so there is no desire to hire anyone who is likely to become rogue. He said that careful consideration will be given to the selection process so that there are no security issues coming out of those who are newly hired. When asked about his coping methods, given the intense situation, the director said that he is working longer hours, but that he is not letting the situation get to him. He said that much prayer is what is needed at this time.
Thanks, Jeffrey. Squatting on public lands continues to be an issue. In order to address this problem, the Central Housing and Planning Authority has embarked on a mission to make squatters into homeowners. Esther Sobers has more.
Squatters who have erected houses on Broad and Lombard Street for many years will soon be relocated to new homes provided by the government. This was disclosed by the ministry within the Ministry of Community, Valerie Adams-Patterson, during the ministry midterm review and budget proposal at the Regency Suite Hotel on Monday.
We have taken the initiative to relocate those persons, and we've commenced work at Barnwell South, Barnwell North, on the East Bank, where we're currently advertising to have a road done that will facilitate house lots developed, and in collaboration with Food for the Poor organization, we've already negotiated. We're going to do something, single houses there, because when we did the registration, it was close to about 68 adults and about 100 children.
The government intervened after a decision was made to relocate the squatters due to a legal action taken by the landowner and the High Court. This led to the illegal occupants being given a 6-week eviction notice. Minister Patterson emphasizes that the government will not allow persons to live in inhumane conditions. This was significant in the consideration of the relocation program.
So our focus at Station Bay is as far as practicable to build the low-cost houses and relocate these persons. We're also looking at a similar project in industry on the East Coast to relocate squatters and supply decent rates and its immediate environment.
The government will be investing some $42 million on the relocation program, which will be transferred to Food for the Poor for construction of 70 houses. $30 million will be used for the infrastructural development of the area. I'm Esther Sobers reporting for Channel 2 Headline News.
Thanks, Esther. On Friday, we'll catch up with a group from Lombard Street who will soon benefit from the CHNPA's initiative. Coming up on Headline News after the break. Groups celebrate Emancipation Day at the National Park and the Square of the Revolution. And Shell Gasoline shares more of their offering.
John Lewis Styles proudly introduces Everest Bags, a complete and affordable line especially suited for back to school. Lunch bags from $3,500, backpacks from $4,500, pulley backpacks from $10,995. Also available are messenger bags, computer bags, waist pouches, duffel bags, gym bags, and even camping bags, all for the same price or less than buying online. And it's already here on Waterloo Street. John Lewis Styles, simply different.
As a parent who works at home with my business located right here, I use Blaze high-speed internet. At home, my daughter enjoys it for her educational learning apps, and I work at home as well, so the service is efficient for my business. Parents bring their children, and while the children are enjoying ice cream, the parents also relax and enjoy their free Wi-Fi services.
This place is really hot. What's wrong with your AC?
It's not working.
Well, we wouldn't be able to continue this meeting anymore because this place is extremely hot.
Wait, please don't go.
Here's a company you can call to get your AC fixed. Action Cool.
Honey, what's for dinner? I had a hard day.
I'm sorry you had a hard day, but guess what, babes? I didn't cook today because the stove is not working.
Having trouble at home or at the office? Then call the professionals at Action Cool. Our fully trained technical team have the skills and experience in repairs of all air-conditioned units, refrigerators, gas stoves, washing machines, and a whole lot more. For further information, visit us at 86 Hill and Princess Street, Mandela Avenue, Georgetown, or call us on telephone number 225-7867.
Need a ride around town and beyond? Look no further than Oasis Ride Taxi Service. With affordable prices and some of the best drivers in the business, we've been delivering prompt and reliable service to Guyana for over 16 years. We also offer tours, chauffeur service, and even car rentals. You can call us at 231-5554 or 225-5496. For deals, specials, and more information, find our page on Facebook. Oasis Ride Taxi Service. Let's go.
Seems like people will try just about anything to lose weight these days. But nothing works better than proper dieting and exercise. So if you're guilty of eating the wrong foods, not finding time to exercise, or can't afford a gym, join Safe TV Channel 2 for Body and Spirit. Aerobics workout with Dick Nunez.
Hello, I'm Dick Nunez. Welcome to Body and Spirit Aerobics.
Weekday mornings from 7 a.m. to 7:30 a.m. Don't hesitate. Act now, because your greatest wealth is your health.
For most, oil and gas is just an afterthought, but for those in the boating and automotive industries, the proper lubricant is crucial. Often, information regarding this is unavailable to the members of the public who need it the most. Recently, stakeholders in the lubricants markets in Essequibo had the opportunity to gain a greater understanding of the advantages of the Shell range of lubricants. This after the Shell Lubricants Roadshow visited the GNP Jaigabin supermarket in Anna Regina in Region 2. Liz Wyatt, General Manager of Seoul Guyana Inc., said that fleet vehicle owners, farmers, miners, drivers of gasoline vehicles, and small trucks benefited from their attendance at the half-day fair. The event also allowed them to gain a deeper understanding of the various lubricants Shell offers and their specific applications. The organizers of the event also entertained the attendees with music, prizes, and games. To see if the Shell Lubricants Roadshow is visiting your town next, contact them on Facebook. August 1st is Emancipation Day. The day commemorates the abolition of slavery in the British colonies over 179 years ago. The day was ushered in with cultural presentations and the pouring of libations at the Square of the Revolution. Our reporter Wendell Jeffrey was there on the eve of Emancipation Day and filed this report.
George, and so it went from Monday Emancipation evening all through to Tuesday Emancipation Day. Hundreds gathered at the Square of the Revolution to celebrate the achievements of emancipation from slavery. Prayers were offered from a cross-section of spiritual leaders, and the celebrations got on their way. The very excited audience was treated to a variety of presentations by local artists and Kwekwe dancers.
Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our mind. Have no fear for atomic energy, 'cause none of them can stop with the time.
There was even the usual musical presentation from the Surinamese band Seri Fi Helena. Young Bill Rogers had the crowd on their feet as he belted out some local favorites.
Now we bust up the nose, we tear down the clothes, heist me and sweep the floor. My mouth was a size, my ears and my eyes, then he kicked me clean through the door. He hold me by my coat, he lift me by my throat, then he dashed me over the fence. And he said another night you won't get off so light if you only bring 50 cents. That I can't remember all that she called, but these were a few she had. She had man, piaba, woman, piaba, tanta, fall back and lemon grass. Dinny root, Donny root, granny back boat. Bitter tally, lime leaf and toro. Coolie bitters, corilla bush, flat in the earth, and iron weed. Sweet broom, foul tongue, wild daisy, sweet sage, and even toyo.
Then the evening shifted to the pouring of libation to the African ancestors. For this, many remained into the wee hours of the morning.
Ancestors, we give respect again, and we take a drink with you in this 179th year. As we go forward, even in this decade, for people of African descendants, may all our aspirations, our endeavors come to fruition, and we accomplish our best and highest good. I drink with you.
There you are.
That was spiritist Andrew Irving. He was charged with leading the sessions of the pouring of the libation and the ushering in of the Day of Emancipation. One of the highlights was the breaking of the coconut, a symbol of the breaking free from the things that still shackle us as a country. George, the coconut did not break with the first fall, maybe as a direct omen to the shackled state that we are still in. After several attempts, the coconut did break. So maybe, George, there is still hope for us as a country. For Channel 2 Headline News, I am Wendell Jeffrey.
Thanks, Wendell. The following day, thousands of families gathered at the National Park in Georgetown to celebrate the historic day with music, food, and games. Anicia Joseph was there and tells us more.
Guyanese of all ethnicity came out to the National Park on Tuesday to celebrate Emancipation Day. On August 1, 1838, the British Empire banned the cruel, evil institution of slavery within its colonies. Over the years, the date, which exclusively referred to as the freedom of enslaved Africans, has morphed into a day of celebration of the accomplishments of Afro-Guyanese. It is also a day which serves as a reminder of the work that yet has to be done.
Now the point is that you can be a landowner, but you gotta get knowledge of owning home. So that's why we got reparation of this to bring the consciousness to you that even the land that you're living on today, where parents they don't teach you how to own land, you can lose land just as how we see later. So that's why you gotta be conscious about the number you stay. You gotta be conscious of yourself, you gotta love yourself, you gotta embrace yourself, so that you can be able to do all the basic things that other people do it, so that you can be able to be all that you can be.
Groups such as the Guyana Reparation Committee and the African Welfare Convention spoke of the detrimental economic effects of slavery, effects which are still felt today. As such, they are seeking financial compensation from Britain. The festival also had games and toys for children. Vendors from all around had on display both African and non-African items for sale. Also, local artists entertained the large audience with music and dance. For Channel 2 Headline News, I'm Anicia Joseph.
Thanks, Anicia. Don't go away. Still ahead, we have our regional news, international news, and the weather. Need a ride around town and beyond? Look no further than Oasis Ride Taxi Service. With affordable prices and some of the best drivers in the business, we've been delivering prompt and reliable service to Guyana for over 16 years. We also offer tours, chauffeur service, and even car rentals. You can call us at 231-5554 or 225-5496. For deals, specials, and more information, find our page on Facebook. Oasis Ride Taxi Service. Let's go.
John Lewis Styles proudly introduces Everest Bags, a complete and affordable line especially suited for back to school. Lunch bags from $3,500, backpacks from $4,500, pulley backpacks from $10,995. Also available are messenger bags, computer bags, waist pouches, duffel bags, gym bags, and even camping bags, all for the same price or less than buying online. And it's already here on Waterloo Street. John Lewis Styles. Simply different.
Seems like people will try just about anything to lose weight these days. But nothing works better than proper dieting and exercise. So if you're guilty of eating the wrong foods, not finding time to exercise, or can't afford a gym, join Safe TV Channel 2 for Body and Spirit. Aerobics workout with Dick Nunez.
Hello, I'm Dick Nunez. Welcome to Body and Spirit Aerobics.
Weekday mornings from 7 a.m. to 7:30 a.m. Don't hesitate. Act now, because your greatest wealth is your health.
In news from the region now, in Venezuela, world leaders have condemned President Nicolas Maduro after Venezuela's disputed Constituent Assembly election. Two leading opposition figures who were detained a day after a controversial constitutional vote have been sent to jail on the orders of the country's top court. Al Jazeera has that story.
Word of the pre-dawn arrests of prominent government opponents Leopoldo Lopez and Caracas Mayor Antonio Ledesma in pajamas spread like wildfire throughout Caracas and the world. Both had been under house arrest, but Lopez was clearly expecting it.
If you see this video, it's because I've been taken back to prison, illegally and unjustly, for my ideas and for wanting a better Venezuela.
As governments around the world expressed dismay and outrage, the president of the ruling Socialist Party issued a defiant response.
We will not tolerate any type of interference against Venezuela. For Venezuela, it's the same to fight against the United States or the whole world if they offend us.
Nearby, opposition deputies, flanked by a handful of ambassadors, gathered in Venezuela's National Assembly. They say they'll have to be dragged out before recognizing a newly elected Constituent Assembly, which will have super legislative powers. We're just outside the National Assembly now. It has been cordoned off by supporters of the government. They're all around here. They're not allowing us or anybody else to go inside while the opposition deputies meet. They say that they are here for protection, but that very shortly they and the delegates of the Constituent Assembly will be taking over them.
We'll see if the new assembly dissolves the Congress or if it just throws out those fascist, terrorist opposition deputies.
After months of deadly protests, opposition leaders say they are entering the most dangerous phase of their fight to rid Venezuela of what they call tyranny.
Certainly they want to hold to power and radicalize even further. But I believe they have gone that far, way beyond the point of no return. We will see a transition in Venezuela soon, I have no doubt.
But with the president vowing to lock up his staunchest opponents, many more are likely to join Lopez and Ledesma in the coming hours and days. Lucia Newman, Al Jazeera, Caracas.
And internationally, according to the Washington Post, this morning, President Donald Trump signed a bill imposing new sanctions on Russia. He conceded, under pressure from his own party, that a warmer relationship with Russia is not in the best interests of the nation. The bill aims at punishing Moscow for interfering in the 2016 U.S. presidential election and for its military aggression against Ukraine and Syria. This piece of legislation also seeks to punish Iran and North Korea for their nuclear weapons program by imposing financial sanctions. Trump stated that this bill is intended to punish and deter bad behavior by rogue regimes in Tehran and Pyongyang and enhance existing sanctions against Moscow. The Dow Jones Industrial Average trades over 22,000 points for the first time, driven by a big gain in Apple stocks. Elsewhere in the market, stocks were mostly lower. Associated Press explains the significance of this record-breaking day on Wall Street.
It's a milestone. Anytime you break a milestone like 21,000, 20,000, and now, of course, 22,000, it gets a lot of press, a lot of hoopla. But for traders here on the floor, it's just another number. But you're right, we knew it was going to break it. Really, on Monday, we could sense it. And yesterday, we saw the futures trading up. It was all about Apple. Once Apple came out with those great earnings, that was it. We knew it would be over the top today. And sure enough, it opened above 22,000. And now everybody's concentrating, since we broke over 22,000, on Friday's big monthly job number. ADP came in with a number of, I think it was 178,000 today. Good number. If that holds, you'll see the market trade higher again. Earnings season, very strong this quarter. About 86 companies have reported so far, and 75% have beat on both the bottom and the top line. So we're having a very good earnings season this quarter, and that's what's really driving the market. Well, he can definitely take some credit. There's no doubt about it. This Trump train, as I like to call it, has had a lot of momentum. But, that's going to start wearing, because we've had no tax cuts. We've had no deregulation. So those are the two things we're still waiting for. It's all been talk. And eventually, and I think come this fall, you're going to see the market really say, you know what, what's this market really up on? I think in the long run, we're going to have a good year, but I still worry that when the Fed takes their foot off the pedal, that's when a lot of traders start to get worried, because they've never been able to unwind that balance sheet, and they're talking about unwinding as early as September, and that's where we could see this market capitulate. That's the only thing that worries me.
And now for your weather report. And that's Channel 2 Headline News for this Wednesday evening. As we take our leave, we invite you to find Channel 2 Headline News on Facebook, YouTube, and ch2headlinenews.com. You can also tune in tomorrow morning at 6:30 for a rebroadcast, and 7 o'clock on Thursday evening for more news. For now, I'm George Gonzalez, signing out from this newscast, saying thank you for welcoming us into your home, and do have a blessed evening.